I'm back, guys. So, I took, just over a month off. My last video was my Endgame spoiler discussion. That was on April 27th, and it's June 7th right now. So that's quite a long time. I have an excuse for a couple weeks of that, but I don't for the last part. I guess I just didn't feel like making videos, but I mean, that happens from time to time. Anyway, one of the things I did during my hiatus was this. So, if you guys remember in my Endgame review, which it was more of a discussion. This is in the basement. All this was Star Wars stuff. All that has moved up to my room, and all my Marvel stuff has come down here. And look at this. I have space. Look at that. That shelf can fit more stuff on it. That shelf can fit more stuff on it. There's a shelf up there, and a shelf down there, and a TV in the wall. So, yeah, I actually have room. I feel like there's a spider web on me, because we do get spiders down here sometimes. Can't see it. Okay. And so yeah, that's one of the things I did. So this is going to be my new filming location now. I actually have room to put other people here. I can move around and I don't have to have the camera so zoomed in on my face all the time like I used to. So there's more space here. We can put more images on the screen. I can stretch my arms out more. And yeah, so I'm pumped about it. I do still have to work out any kinks that I come across, whether there's an audio or a visual problem. The way all my filming, when I film, the way all my stuff is set up, things like that, I'm going to be able to fix. So this video is basically like a guinea pig to see how that goes. This and my next couple videos are like guinea pigs, so I can work out any kinks. Anyway, with all that said, let's get into the video. So, Spider-Man Far From Home, less than 1 month away, and then Phase 4 starts. So upset about that. So yeah, less than a month away. Marketing is going on hugely, and it was during all this marketing that I came across my real frustration that I already have with the movie. And that is what is going on with Spider-Man and MJ. Now, we already know that she learns that he's Spider-Man in this movie. I would have preferred they did not show that in the trailers, and I'm really upset about it. But in the first trailer, they didn't show anything. It was great. The second trailer, they did spoilers for Endgame and decided they're going to do spoilers for their own movie. So we learned that MJ just happens to be smart enough to figure out that Peter is Spider-Man, which I'm like, okay. But I still had this skepticism in the back of my mind that she was kidding, that she was actually just messing with him, but she wasn't actually positive that he was Spider-Man. And so I was like, so I kept that in my mind. I was like, okay, maybe she hasn't figured it out yet. And then there was some clip they released on Ellen. It's not even on YouTube. I don't even know how I saw it, but it's MJ in Peter's hotel room, and he's got the Spider-Man suit on, and Ned walks in, and and Peter says, she knows I'm Spider-Man, I told her. She's like, he didn't tell me, I figured it out. And it was at that moment, I'm like, oh no, they weren't kidding. That's actually how it's going down. And then I got angry. And why? Not because they ruined it, but because they are playing off a scene that should be emotional, heartfelt, and epic as a joke. Which this is kind of my big problem with some of the things they do in the MCU. For example, let's back up to Thor Ragnarok. The destruction of Asgard was a huge moment for Thor's character, and they used that scene as a joke for Korg. I did not feel any emotion in it. And they didn't really do that they kind of did in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Most people don't complain about this, but when Janet comes out of the quantum realm, it's a really heartfelt scene. Her and Hope are crying, they're hugging, they're having a good time. And then Hank Pym comes in, all the music stops, he's like, no, don't worry about me, I'm okay. And I'm like, it's not funny. It's not, no. But they didn't do it with Infinity War, Endgame, or really Black Panther, and they didn't really with Captain Marvel, except the Flurk, and they did, when Goose scratched out Fury's eye. But we're not going to talk about that here. That might be a video for another day. And they're doing it again with Far From Home. Now, the MJ figuring out that Peter Parker is Spider-Man should be a huge moment. It was in the comics, and it was in Spider-Man 2. You guys remember how amazing it was in that movie when he's fighting Doc Ock, he takes his mask off, he reasons with him, and Doc Ock goes to take out the little core thing, and he turns around and Mary Jane is she just realized he's Spider-Man and they're playing great music. That is how you do someone figuring out that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Taking a moment that should be epic like that and just using it as comedy already makes me mad about the movie. And the rest of the movie might be great, but just because they did that, I don't think it'll be my favorite Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man 2 is still the best Spider-Man movie, in my opinion. And if Far From Home does everything right, except for the Peter and MJ thing, it won't be better than Spider-Man 2 because, oh my god, Spider-Man 2 is flawless. There's two things this movie needed to get right. That's Mysterio and Peter and MJ. And it's only gotten one of those so far. Everything with Mysterio. Everything I've seen with Mysterio in the marketing, I love. I cannot wait to see him in the movie. Movie's not even out yet, and I've declared Mysterio my favorite character. He's so cool. And it'd be cool if we saw like a trailer, not a trailer, like maybe like a 45-second thing that just did a spotlight on Mysterio. That'd be sick. We won't, but I wish we did. Jake Gyllenhaal is acting him well. The suit looks great. His CG looks great, especially when he's like flying. That looks awesome. And he's obviously going to be a villain. And if you don't realize that he's going to be a villain, I don't want to be rude, but what's wrong with you? And yeah, and he is totally going to be a compelling villain, and it's great. Now imagine if he did an illusion to look like, to bring Mr. Stark back for Peter. Whew, that would suck. But anyway, so yeah, so they got Mysterio right. That's fine. But then we get to Peter and MJ. The only thing that should be better than Mysterio. Now, I want them to do Mysterio justice. Looks like they did. I'm happy about that. But if someone said, what would you rather have? Mysterio being good or Spider-Man MJ, like, the scene when she figures it out, making that like an emotional gut punch? I'm taking that. But the villain will be amazing. I'm not questioning that. I'm so upset. This wasn't supposed to be a rant video, but it's very much a rant video, isn't it? Yep. That's a great video to start with when you come back. But anyway, other than the Peter and MJ stuff, I am so excited to see Far From Home. I am liking that Peter's gonna make his own suit. I am liking everything I've seen with Mysterio. Basically, I've liked everything I've seen except for the Spider-Man MJ stuff. That looks like they heavily ruined it so that it can be funnier, which this is what I want to say to Marvel. If anyone at Marvel is watching this, do not sacrifice something that should be epic for comedic value. It ruins it. Anyway, guys, that's all I wanted to say. So, leave a comment on this video, leave a like, subscribe, and click on the bell icon to receive all notifications from the MCU HQ. I'm back. I'm recording more. I have a calendar with all my uploads on it and their dates, so I don't miss anything. There's a lot of videos coming this month, so look forward to those. I'm not going to say what they are. You'll have to subscribe to see. Click on the bell icon so you get notified. And that's going to be it. Have a great day, guys.